We good? I'm good. I think it's been about a week since I last played. Just vibing to the music here. Definitely one of my favorite tracks in the game so far. But anyway, been a little bit since I played. Holiday season and all that, right? Yeah, Blasted Steps. Christmas was pretty good for me this year, I think. Spent a little bit just thinking about what I wanted to do for the new year, which is in a few days. But first things first. Okay. Let me check again. Okay. Fascinating. Just a random dude. Yeah, Christmas was pretty good for me this year. Oh. Awoo! That's cool. Oh. Okay. So, I spent a little bit thinking about like what I wanted to do for this channel. And I started playing Fire Emblem, which I still need to get back to. I won't be able to continue that Path of Radiance playthrough though. And the reason for that is because I lost the footage. Well, I had to delete the footage I had recorded to clear out space in my computer, which isn't something I wanted to do, but it's something I had to do. What up? Oh, fellow pilgrim, I've been praying alone here too long, with only the wind's voice to join mine. We're so close, our pilgrimage is almost over. Just one final brutal climb, The citadel is near, pilgrim. You must have had some strength in you. Few of your fellows seem to reach these heights. The roads become lonelier the longer they're traveled and the higher we climb. It takes a lot of luck and a lot of faith to make it this far, though I'm sure I don't need to tell you that. While we rest for the journey ahead, care to test your luck with a game of dice? You know how to play, I trust? Okay, Wind, very cool. I'm sure I can grasp the rules quickly enough, sir. What's the wager? A beat of rosaries with each roll. What say you, sound fair? Let our worries roll away with the dice. Sure. Let's go gambling! Okay. Wait, I'm losing money. Okay. Like, what determines a victory? And what determines a defeat? But yeah, about Fire Emblem. I'll definitely get back to Path of Radiance eventually, but I'm just gonna start all over with it. Maybe not even necessarily Path of Radiance per se, because the thing with Path of Radiance that I saw is that Are these weighted? Oh, whatever. The thing with Path of Radiance that I saw is that a lot of people just kind of started playing it at once. Oh, hey, I won. And yeah, they were all like 4 or 5 views, and I got 50 with my first video, which I think is actually pretty good. Like, that's pretty good numbers for a first upload. But not that it matters. You know, doesn't speak to the quality of the video or anything. But I just didn't want to do anything if a bunch of other people were doing it. If that makes sense. Not to take away from anyone or to take away from myself. That's just kind of my thought process there. But I'll definitely get back to playing Fire Emblem. There will be Fire Emblem on this channel. 100%. Ideally, more edited content. More edited than the Path of Radiance videos, I would hope. But, I'm kind of thinking what game I would play, though. Because Path of Radiance is probably the one I'm best at. It's the one I have the biggest emotional attachment to. I think. The GBA games are always good to play. But I've recently been playing a bit of a Berwick Saga, which is definitely a game that I would it would humiliate me if I played this for YouTube, or if I played Berwick Saga for YouTube. That game is fucked. We'll see if I can make it to I don't think I'm gonna make it to 260. I'll just keep this rolling while I yap. Then there's just Tearing Saga as well, which would be another game. I think that one would be a bit fun. I know Tearing Saga has a bit more detractors than Berwick, I think. Because it's, I think it's a bit more, I don't know. I like both. At first I didn't like Berwick too much, but, it's definitely grown on me a bit. Oh, there's just something about Tearing Saga that I like a lot. I am losing these. But one thing that I did want to do, or something that I thought would be a good idea, is Genealogy of the Holy War. And then halfway through, I swap over to Thracia. And then when Thracia is over, I go back to Genealogy of the Holy War. What? Why did she do that? And make it more like a narrative style. I had an idea for that with Darkest Dungeon as well, but Darkest Dungeon is another game I've wanted to play for YouTube. Oh wow, I actually made it to 260. We keep going. But The problem I had with Darkest Dungeon is that I actually recorded it. I was like halfway through editing. But it was just such a behemoth of a video that it was too much for me. And this was like, I want to say 2024, a couple years ago. But I definitely think I should have stuck with it. In an ideal world, I would have gotten that one out there. Damn, I'm losing money again. I don't even know how much I started with, I'm gonna be honest. What the fuck? I don't even know what determines a victory here. I mean, we'll see if I can make it to 300, I guess. But, I think after Silksong, because Silksong's my focus right now, just because I want to beat the game, not because anyone's actually watching these. These are my yap sessions for myself. It's for my own mental health. But, I think after Silksong, there will be more edited content. I actually do run these through an editor because the audio gets a little fucked. I don't know why. Well, I do know why. It's because actually, let me check the audio. Yeah, okay, audio's good. But it's because YouTube only uploads with one audio stream. Because, just adjusting my posture. Because YouTube only uploads with one audio stream, but I'm recording with two, then the game uploads with no mic audio specifically. So my yap sessions, when it would not be heard. Some would say, thank God. Might just make this. This is just the entire game, or the entire session. It's just gambling and me yapping. But yeah, hopes for this channel though. I will put in a bit more focus in this channel for the next year, because when I started this back in I think it was October. I just kind of started on a whim, right? And I don't want to be a YouTuber. I think most influencers, quote unquote, are just kind of scummy people. They're just assholes. And I think that goes with most modern age YouTubers and streamers. Like, not talking about the classics. I think Markiplier's good. PewDiePie's good. I mean like new age streamers and YouTubers. Like I don't want to be political, but like okay, wind. But like Asmongold or Hassan Piker, they're just assholes. Like they're not nice people, but I think the fact that they aren't nice people is what gives them it's what gives them reach. And I don't really want to like make it big. That's not my plan here. But having at least a little bit of a following would be nice. I think I talked about this before. One of my friends, oh, yeah, he has a Lego channel with like 1,000 subscribers. And I'd be content with that, you know? Very talented guy, I think. I think so. When it comes to Legos, I don't think he's too talented about a whole lot else. But his Lego builds really are good. Kaizo Bricks. I'm not gonna dox him with his actual name. But search Kaizo Bricks on YouTube. That's a shout out right there. But I think 1,000 subscribers would be a good number for me. You know? I think so. Because so many people just like think about growth. Just bigger, just number go up, and it makes me happy. But I think as a person, I'm not too ambitious, which it really does bite me in the ass a bit. Like, I've been looking for a job since I flunked out of college. At least I would say I flunked out of college. Not necessarily because of academic ability. I think my performance in college was fine. I just hated the system. So I've been looking for a job, but I could have been putting a bit more effort into it, like into the hunt, you know? But even then, the job market isn't exactly great right now. Which, again, I think I talked about that before. Man, I'm on a loss streak right now. What was I talking about? Yeah, but you're right. YouTube subscriber numbers, and all that. I don't want to be a YouTuber. That is not what I envision myself to be, like, as a profession. If it happens, which I doubt it will, but if it does happen, then yeah, cool, I can stay in my house forever, I guess. But that's not what's gonna happen. But a small following, again, I think 1,000 is a good number for me. But for 2026, I set a goal for myself for this channel to be 50, which would be huge for me, I think. Because that would be well, 50 individual people watching what I do on the internet. And I think the issue with a lot of bigger streamers and YouTubers is that their numbers are way too big, so they kind of dehumanize their following, so to speak. It's very easy to dehumanize people online, which isn't really a good thing. But that's kind of the trend nowadays, dehumanizing your opposition. I know it's a little bit of a pivot, but I think things like that are a bit more topical nowadays, since yeah, the latter half of this year was, whew, oh boy. Again, I don't really think of myself as a political person. I'll say I'm interested in politics, but as an individual, like, I have my thoughts, I have my opinions. There's no way you could be a person without that, I think. Oh, I guess you'd be surprised, haha. But I have my thoughts, I have my opinions. But like, I think people take this shit, that shit, way too seriously, I feel. And if I ever do talk politics on this channel, I wouldn't want things to become like an echo chamber. I want people to fight civilly, so to speak, like debate, you know? Debates are good. Debates are important. I am losing money. Yeesh. But the moment we stop debating as a people is the moment we, as in the United States, as an American from good old California, the cesspit that it is. But I don't want people dying. But that's kind of the point we're at right now. Like, right on left and left on right. People either kill each other or want to kill each other. And ooh, topical. I mean, it's been a few months, right? But that really became clear post Charlie Kirk. And my initial reaction to all that was, holy shit. My reaction to the internet's reaction was, holy shit. Yeah. It's like, I don't necessarily... Here's the thing about it to me, right? The man himself was a political pundit, right? He was a mouthpiece for the quote. I guess I wouldn't necessarily. No, yeah. He was a mouthpiece for the mainstream Republican Party, right? For MAGA America, so to speak. And he was also really pro-Israel and stuff. So I didn't like him for that. Again, shooting a guy for that, not okay. To clarify,
But, like, I wasn't there in Utah, but, I did watch the videos. I did watch the videos of him getting shot, a few minutes after the fact. She did it again. uh, I'd say I'm pretty squeamish. So, watching that, she did it again, wow. But watching that shit, really, it really did shake me to my core. I'm not desensitized to violence like a lot of people are, I think. I didn't grow up watching gore videos. I know a few people in my life who did. But I didn't. I could never stomach that shit. So, I still kind of think about it. I don't know. It's not trauma. I wouldn't call myself traumatized, but the shooting itself, like the man, like him or not, otherwise, right? It really did just kind of shake me. Make me feel like a little bit of dread, I guess. I don't know. It's a hard feeling to describe. Again, I wouldn't call myself a fan of Charlie Kirk. Like, at all, really. But, yeah. And I definitely think a lot of the reactions after the fact were pretty vile. But, like, again, that's some of the reactions, right? I think jokes are one thing, celebrations are another. It's okay to, like, meme about something. Like, internet's gonna do what internet does, right? We see memes about, like, George Floyd all the time. Even if I think some of those memes are in, like, poor taste, and if I'm not a fan, I'm not gonna stop someone else from joking about something because their thoughts and opinions about humor are different than mine, because that's how we are. Like, if I see a meme about Charlie Kirk, it's like, okay, I think that's in poor taste, but whatever, right? I keep seeing. I watched like Five Nights at Kirky's the other day. Again, I think it's in poor taste, but whatever. Oh, there's like a timing aspect, I think. I've just been kind of letting it rip. Hold on. Yeah. Wait, like... well, I didn't get it there, but I think the dice, like, got a bit brighter. Let's see how it goes. Yeah. It's definitely interesting that Charlie Kirk, of all people, got shot. As weird as it is to say, I feel like there were, at least at the time, there were bigger fish than Charlie motherfucking Kirk. But I'm not really a fan of how political discourse has shifted since. Since I do follow politics. I wouldn't describe myself as a political person, but I do follow things. I watched the occasional Asmongold clip. Even if I'm not a fan of him as a person, he's just so widespread that it's hard to avoid him. So I just kind of gave up. But things have definitely shifted from the hey, let's debate to fuck you, bitch. Yeah, all roads lead to fucking Nick Fuentes, I feel like. Not a big fan of Nick Fuentes. Like, at all. If I wasn't a fan of Charlie Kirk, I wouldn't consider myself a fan of Nick Fuentes, especially since I'm brown. But even if he like took over or whatever, I don't think I would be really harmed, even if I'm brown. I don't fear police brutality like some people do. Ah, damn. It definitely flickers, though. Yeah, the Piers Morgan, Nick Fuentes shit, though. That was stupid. Like, on Piers Morgan's part. Yeah, it's like, it flickers a bit, which turns into a guaranteed victory, I think. I like gambling, though. It's like, yeah, good job giving Nick Fuentes a free W by being so fucking retarded. It's actually crazy. But that's what happens when you drama farm, instead of being an actual journalist. I don't have any respect for that guy. Still not really sure what determines a victory or defeat here. Maybe it's like how close the dice are to each other? I don't know. I guess I did end up talking about politics. But it is kind of on the mind after this year, you know? I'd say this was a bigger year than a fucking election year, which is crazy. I don't know about that, but still. I'd say Charlie Kirk was a big deal. And the Epstein shit. Ooh, boy. That is some wild shit. Like, I'm willing to give Trump the benefit of the doubt. But, the, the, he fumbled at the Epstein shit so fucking hard. Like, it's a generational throw. He had so much momentum, and then, you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein? The Democrat hoax? Like, jeez, what a fucking retard. Again, probably shouldn't call the President of the United States a retard. Because at the end of the day, I am an American. And being an American, I want America to succeed because I don't want to fucking die. And because I don't want to fucking die, I want America to succeed, and by extension, I want Donald Trump to succeed. It's pretty simple logic that a lot of people kind of forget, I think. Especially in America. But, yeah. Michael Jackson and the Epstein files. Although, one of those pictures was in a charity event. Or, I guess all the ones with, Michael Jackson were at a charity event. So by extension, Oprah. So, I thought it was funny that she was there, but, oh well. I'm losing money again. Is there a sound cue? Whatever. Yeah, honestly, at this point, I do feel like Epstein's alive. Just straight up. Oh, what the? Does the wind have something to do with this? I'm not sure. I won that. I was at like 270 and I kept going. Again, whatever. Oh, I won. They need to be more spread out. I still have no idea. I'll probably like put a timestamp on when I stop gambling. Actually, how long have I been gambling? 40 minutes. Oh my god. Oh well, we keep going. Maybe we should pivot away from politics, because it does make me a bit... I don't really get heated over politics. I get heated when I'm accused of something that I'm not, for one. But for two, it just kind of makes me a little depressed, honestly. Mostly the way people treat each other. It does make me a little upset. Ah, damn. I know there's definitely a timing element here, but like, whatever. Like, it is important to remember that the people that we meet online aren't, like, numbers. They're actual people. And because they're actual people, we should at least be respectful. Even when we disagree, because when we do, what you get, you know? Ah, damn. Yeah, okay. But in brighter news, well, now I'm just trying to think. I don't know. I feel like if someone was watching this, oh, there we go. They would have been scared off when I started talking about politics. Darn me. Darn me. Well, whatever. I don't think my takes are all that crazy. It's just that the topic was a little... I guess my take on the topic was a bit too serious. I don't know. But I tend to take this kind of thing seriously. Unless it's like something so fucking ridiculous. Like the Somalia shit with in Minnesota is so fucking ridiculous, like genuinely. I didn't know some Somalis were like a problem, and now we're funneling billions into Somalia proper. Like, what the fuck? When? Why? How? Who let this happen? Tim Walz, what the fuck? Like, no way. Like, I know they meme and say he's retarded. I don't think he's retarded. Either he was purposefully left in the dark, or he's in on it. Or he's retarded. These are the three pathways, and none of them look too good for him, honestly. Like, again, I feel like fraud is one of those bipartisan issues that, we should all get behind and not like. Like the Epstein files. But people are so partisan-brained that they'll be like, oh, they're targeting the Somalis because they're racist. Which, I mean, maybe. I don't know. I've never met a Somalian person. So I wouldn't really know. I just know all the stereotypes about Somalia, and I know their history isn't exactly the most impressive thing. Although I guess they almost conquered Ethiopia, I think, from what I remember. Keyword almost. And I know their current geopolitical situation isn't exactly great either. Not necessarily their fault, but there's a breakaway state. So you have Somalia, and then you have Somaliland. I'm not sure why they like called their breakaway country fucking Somaliland. I don't know. Seems a little weird to me. That's like... It's like... What's a good example I could think of? What is a good example? That's like... having a breakaway state from France. Let's say half of France decided to split off and make their own country called Franceland or some shit. Fucking Frenchland. Yeah, Frenchland. It's just a little dumb, you know? Ah, missed it. It's just a little dumb. Hey, I don't really know what's happening over there. I'm sure genocide or whatever they do in Africa. I don't know. I say that callously, but I know there's some shit happening in Sudan, which is not pretty. Again, killing people is bad. Hot take, I know. I think every human life has inherent value. Crazy thought. Insane. Although, I guess, so to speak, some lives are more valuable than others. Like, you don't put a murderer on the same scale as a normal dude, you know? And you don't put a burglar on the same scale as a child, etc., etc. Although I do have my qualms with the justice system. I think it's probably my least favorite part of the country right now. And I've ranted a lot with my parents about the justice system. You have a lot of good people who get put in jail, and have a lot of bad people who get let free. And it's fucking bullshit. I definitely think that. So it's definitely tough. 'Cause I know there's like every system has its issues, but what do we do about it? It's like there should definitely be more arrests than what's happening right now. I do think that. But I don't think a judge should be arrested for like if it's like a first timer or whatever, and then they do it again before like a career reoffender. Yeah, throw that judge in jail. At some point, a judge is responsible for the criminal that they let free. And that point is, I don't know, 5, in my opinion. It's like, oh my god, put the criminals in jail? You fascists! Bitch, you don't even know what fascism is. It's communists put people in jail all the time, too. It's all the same, really, I think. The only way to go is my ideology. Anarcho-techno-feudalism. Yeah. And here I said I wouldn't talk about politics. But here I am, talking about politics. Here's what it is. But for the future, I probably won't talk too much about politics. I'm just yapping. That's what these videos are for, I think. It is very therapeutic because I don't really get to lay out my thoughts as often as I probably should. So my mind ends up kind of a mess. A mess of thoughts and inadequacies and fears and so on and so forth. I don't know why inadequacies was my second pick. Trust me, when I say inadequate, I'm not inadequate in that regard, if you know what I'm saying. Ah, kill me. But I really do fear for the future, just kind of in general. Like, there's so many flashpoints in and out of the United States that I'm not really concerned for my safety. I'm not really concerned for the safety of my family either. I think my family would end up fine, unless they do something stupid. Because the area I live in is pretty safe, I'd say. Oh no, someone's gonna get my IP address. Please no. Humbly requesting not to be hacked. But anyway. I do mostly fear for just people in general, I guess. Because I do believe that even the worst of us are still people. Damn. I don't think my reaction time's that good, though. I didn't plan to be gambling for like an hour. I think I'm just gonna like upload this by itself, and it's just me gambling for an hour and yapping. I do think this is good for me though, just like talking. Like there was this channel called well, I say was, I think it's still going. But it's called Sunburned Albino, and he has like these stream of consciousness videos where it's just kind of him and like a weird drawing or whatever. I don't really watch his channel much, but it's basically just him yapping and laying out his thoughts. At least I think that's what it is. I don't think they're scripted. I mean, they might be. But Maybe I could make videos like that. Kind of the whole stream of consciousness thing. I wouldn't call it that, because that's kind of his thing. I won't want to take away from that. But, yeah, I don't really know what to say now. But, I do want to go for an hour. I want to make a profit here. I don't think I'm making a profit. I don't really think I should gamble for an hour, because that's what I've been doing. I've been gambling for an hour. Life is cruel, I think. I definitely do think that. A lot of people think that, to be fair. Yeah. To pivot back to where it started, this channel. Definitely not going to definitely not going to have like huge yap sessions like this. I wasn't planning on this either. I was gonna play the game, but I ended up gambling and yapping. But definitely more Fire Emblem. I'm kind of thinking either Path of Radiance, Berwick Saga. That'd be fun. Though I talked about that before. And the whole genealogy of the Holy War into Thracia, then back into genealogy thing. Probably wouldn't make that like an Iron Man. Well, this was kind of my idea, right? For genealogy. Into Thracia, back into genealogy. It was like, I played through genealogy of the Holy War. And, like, have it in more like a narrative style, I guess. Like, maybe a bit more edited, bit fancy, so on and so forth like that. And do, like, everything kinda canonically, I guess? I don't know. But like for example, I would pair Lewin and Aaron, because that's what happens in Thracia, and we don't want any inconsistencies there. And then I like the Lachus Finn pairing. It was like that in the manga. And like whatever else is quote canon in genealogy. And then going into Thracia, I would treat it like an Iron Man. But any character who appears later on in genealogy, like Nana, Nana? I don't know, I've never said these names out loud. But like Nana, and Finn would be given, like, plot armor. I guess it would be a Tin Man, right? If I'm resetting when the Lord dies. It'd be like a Tin Man, so to speak. Then anyone else can die. But if any character from Genealogy dies in Thracia, then I'd reset for them as well. So it'd be pretty easy, I guess. But I've never completed an Iron Man, or a Fire Emblem game in general, for as much as I like to play them. I just kind of get too attached, but Iron Mans are fun to watch. And if I want to make videos and reach the fabled 1,000 number, at least it's fabled to me. It's like the one. That's like the one number where I'm like, okay, yeah, 1,000. That's a good number for me. I said that before. I said that earlier. I've been going so long. I'm talking in circles. But anyway, I definitely do it like an Iron Man. It's a guaranteed win. Is it 8 seconds? I don't know, I'm only just thinking about this right now. I'll count 8 seconds next time. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, it counted at 6. It flashed at 6. Is it 6 or 8? Maybe it's like a... It's 6 or 8, I think. Interesting, interesting. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it flashed at 6. I think it alternates. I think it alternates, actually. Let's go. Let's try again. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, nope. Okay, well, I tried thinking about it. I give up. But that was just kind of my idea for like a narrative style genealogy thing. But granted, I'm not like an expert on the plot for Genealogy or Thracia. I haven't even played Thracia, actually. I'm completely blind for that game. Hell, I haven't even played the second part of Genealogy, so I think it's kind of a dumb idea to do for someone like me. But I think it'd be a fun project, like Darkest Dungeon as well. That's kind of another game. And then, I also have, like, my back catalog. I bought, Persona 3 and Metaphor ReFantazio this year. These are games I definitely want to play. Whether I play them for the channel is another thing entirely, though. It's definitely the question. Okay. How long have I been gambling? 1 hour and 4 minutes. Okay. I'm gonna stop here. Oh no! 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 I hope you enjoyed my stupid fucking yap session. To the 0 people that are watching this. I'm leaving. I'm never coming back. I don't want... I'll become entranced like I did this time and yap way too much. Okay. Yeah, this place is dangerous. I got entranced with gambling. Okay. I guess that ends this session. Well, Christmas is over. It's been over. And the New Year is in 3 days, 2 days. By the time I upload this, it would be 2 days. I'll definitely try to play tomorrow. Or, I don't know. I'll do something. But, yeah. See ya. And stuff.